Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, and as we await the release of a survival game worth playing, I thought that we would check out another little task simulator that I've found just unnervingly addictive. It's called Ship Graveyard 2, and we are going to dismantle a ship. And we're going to go over here to our laptop, and we're going to purchase a mid-range ship, the Snopkowicz. For only 75 bucks. That's great. It comes with 3 contracts that we have to complete. They're asking for specific stuff out of the ship. And I'm going to... I'm picking a mid-level ship because I would like to be able to wrap this deconstruction up within an hour or so. Our truck's trying to escape. Come back, truck! Truck! Where are you going? Okay. Yeah, hopefully I can wrap this up in an hour, but... I don't know, probably not, in which case we're going to be doing some edits to cut this down to an hour. Because even though this is a mid-level ship, it's still fairly large and involved. It's actually just the stern of a ship, the Snopkowicz. And let's get right to the deconstruction. Actually, well, let's go in through the front. And the first thing we're going to do, eventually when we get all the valuable stuff out of here, then we're just going to try to drop this whole construction as quickly as possible and then sort out all the stuff that it leaves behind. But to begin with, let's just do a little bit of tidying up here. We'll be picking up all the goodies that are lying around and throwing them into our truck. The truck has no limit as far as how much it can hold, but we do have a limit on how much we can pick up. I have upgraded some of my tools and equipment to make this a bit easier. I'm wearing special gloves that allow me to pick up multiple items at a time. See, like that. So I just picked up 3 things there and 2 things there. 2 more things there. So we're picking up sinks and toilets and clothing racks and fire extinguishers and oxygen tanks and all sorts of stuff like that. All these things will be recycled once we finish this up. Yes, even the lights that are making this easier. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run around the entire ship and try to turn stuff off. So we may find a gas main that needs the valve closed. We may find an electrical box that is still pumping out electricity. We need to turn that off. But in the meantime, let's just pick up all this stuff that's lying around. Here's a door that we can move down, see what's inside here. Not much. Another toilet, a hose. We could leave all this stuff here and just pick it all up after we've dropped the entire structure, but picking things up right off the bat is a good way to bang out the contracts that are actually the main way you're going to make money in this game. Actually, recycling the ship is not a big money maker. It's fulfilling the contracts that you get with the ship that makes you money. Everything else is going to provide you with materials. If you look at the very top left of the screen here, you see I've got metals on the left and then non-metals at 2473, and then liquids and tools are what this breaks down to. I'm not going to run back out and throw it. Just leave a box here for now. We'll come back and we'll pick it up later. This is something that we're going to use the crane to winch out once we get this roof off. These are the actual connections, the primary connections that keep the hull together. So we're going to use a blowtorch to cut through these. And we're going to be using a variety of tools here. We can use a hammer and a saw and some other stuff. Hammer, saw. We've also got a grappling hook that allows us to reach higher spots like that. And what else? That's about it. Here is a shipping container that once we get this cut released from the deck, which we could do right now, whip out our saw and cut these connectors. Then we can call in the crane and get it winched out of here. We're going to have to clean up some of this schmutz stuff. I don't think we can reach the... No, can't quite reach the... Oh, there we go. Okay. So automatic targeting on throwing our boxes into the truck. So that landed in the truck. Great. Just cut these two. Oops. And then we're going to call in the crane to winch it out of here.
Hello.
Hello. Yep. Unfortunately, we have started this process right at nightfall, which is going to complicate things a little bit, but not too much. It's just going to... The flashlight that you get is very effective, but it has a very short range. So trying to see things a little bit farther away can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Let's see if we can get another... Yep. Okay, here comes the crane. Some chains on there, and there goes the container. And then as soon as that is taken over and dropped in the actual recycling yard, the stock yard, we'll get to see what was in that container. I'm sorry we're doing this at night. You know, in fact, I wonder if I should just... Nah, we'll continue. Okay, yeah, I was mentioning gas mains and such. So here's a gas main. We need to switch this off, closing the valve here. Now we can cut through, if we want to, we can cut through some of these connectors. There's a little bit of gas left in there that's going to cook off, you see. Through the connectors there. Oh, okay. We're not doing any more cutting. And apparently, did it tell us what we got from the box? And I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to something else. Anyway. Yeah, so we left something behind there. Oh, yeah, there. Okay. All right, let's go all the way up. Now that there are two ways to approach this. There's the safe way, which is to go top down and just clear everything from the top down. Because what you don't want to do is drop the floors under any of the valuable things that you're going to be winching out with the crane, because that will destroy them. So the safe way to do it is to go top down and take it one floor at a time. And we're going to do kind of a combination of those things. So I'm going to turn off the light here for a second. So you see the electricity here? There is an electrical box that's still working. We're going to have to figure out how to shut that box off without zapping ourselves as we try to deconstruct stuff. Oh, let's see if there's a couple more things to pick up by hand here before we'll drop that box off now. Looks like this is where the bow of the ship was cut off. Here's a little collectible that we can pick up. We found a pirate. Yay! And some bridge consoles, some plastic, all that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can... Nope. I thought we might be able to get around that corner without dropping off, but we couldn't. Okay. We are making good progress, though. We're getting a lot of the detritus. That's paper that you can actually turn in for money. Paper and plastic. The door that we just broke down will supply us with wood. All these tools, tables and chairs and filing cabinets and stuff, that's all sold as equipment. I don't think we're going to be able to make that. Let's see if it bounces in. If it actually... Yeah, sometimes it'll bounce up into the truck, which is good. Alright, so all this stuff is worth moolah. Even the filing cabinets. Even the clocks off the wall. And I think that's probably going to just about do it for material. An oven range. And this is too full. It's not going to be easy to get out to where we can throw this. We'll try. Let's see if it... Nope. I thought it might bounce in, but not. Oh, another clock that we dropped. Some cardboard boxes, oven range, some oil. There's an air tank, an oxygen tank for scuba diving. And then this is a wall that we're going to have to get through without zapping ourselves. What we'll probably end up doing is come down through the roof. If there's a way to do that, we'll see. This is a door that we can buy explosives and blow it open, but I don't think we're going to have to. I think there'll be another way to get in there without opening that door up. Plastic, a bureau, paper, a dartboard, and that'll do. Okay, good enough. And now I think we're ready to start from the top down. You can upgrade your grappling hook to make the line longer. I've only upgraded it once, so the line's not very long, so we can't get very far. But what we're going to do is top down. Now, here's something else that can be winched off. So let's get these connectors cut. And then this stack can go. Call the crane. Take it out of here. Okay, now we're going up. I don't think there's any reason why you have to cut this off, but this is just a little foible of mine. I like to cut this one antenna off of here before bringing the whole thing down, because that antenna is pure copper, which is valuable. A couple more things to cut. Again, this is not something that we necessarily have to cut, because once we drop everything else, this will drop as well. But again, this is pure copper in here. So we just want to break that down and make sure we pick it up and don't lose it. Okay, cool. Now let's start from the top down. A couple more things to pick up. All right. And there goes the crane lowering that stack. And we got 125 kilograms of low alloy steel and 25 kilograms of iron from that. Now, what we have to do is just start bopping these bolts. We've got an upgraded hammer here. Without the upgrade, this would take more than one hit to take out these bolts. But with the upgraded hammer, we can do it in one hit. And I was a little worried about sharing this game with you folks, because I'm worried about vertigo. You spend a lot of time looking down or looking up and spinning around, and I'm worried that some people might experience vertigo while watching this, in which case feel free not to watch. Okay, that's all of these are broken to a certain extent. Now, when this says press right mouse button to break, when I break these, it's going to drop everything down, but there's another layer of those floor panels down here. So we'll take those out from down here. Not these. Oops, I'm doing the walls right now, but once we go in here, oh, there's a room we haven't been in. Filing cabinets for our contracts, perhaps. Not going to throw that. All right, so now we're going to get these floor panels. What are floor panels upstairs, or ceiling panels here. We're going to weaken these, and then we could take this stuff down like a bit at a time, a room at a time, but I like doing it all at once. So I weaken everything, and then just drop everything into the center with one thump. They call it a bop. I'm also doing the floors as long as we're in here, because they're going to have to be done at some point, and I'm in here now. And it's fun. And this is, as I mentioned, this is crazily addictive. I did not expect this game to be so addictive when I bought it. I bought it just kind of as a time filler until something more in line with the games that I like to play comes out, because I enjoyed Gas Station Simulator, those little tasks that you have to do in that. And I bought this, and I thought, oh, I'll just check it out. 8 hours later, I'm like, wow, where did the time go? Thing that we have to cut and then knock down. And then this is the base of the thing that we cut the antenna off up there, so we can drop this now. And that's where the fun comes in, is in dropping all this stuff, especially if you can weaken a lot of things to get it all ready to drop and then drop everything at once. It's really satisfying. But yeah, I think I spent 8 hours playing this the night I got it, and I looked up at the clock and I was like, whoa, I did not expect to be that engrossed in, you know, banging a hammer on a piece of metal for that long. But it is pretty addictive. Once you start taking a ship down, I mean, for me anyway, I'm driven to take it all the way down. I can't stop until the ship is all the way destroyed. So that's what we're gonna do. Got some pieces that came down from the top. So when I took that big thing down just now, it also loosened the floor panels upstairs. So those are ready to drop now. Let's just make sure we got all of our little buttons here. Okay, so that's all of these in here, except for these. Okay, good. And out here we got these. Missed. We got all these. Cool. Let's go around back. We got those. We got those. These stairwells are kind of a pain. You've got a lot of connections in the stairwells. And they are also structural, so they will hold stuff up unless you drop the entire stairwell. I mean, the stairs themselves serve as a structural support. I missed a few buttons there. I'm not really worried about the back right now. I'm just worried about the front, but let's go ahead and do this as long as we're here. Can I reach that? Nope. Yep. The music is very calming and soothing, and it's great background music for the kind of stuff that you're doing. Bang, bang, bang. All the bangs. Alright, this looks relatively loose. We might be ready to do a bop here to drop a bunch of this stuff all at once. Okay. So let me stand on something that is not going to collapse. Oh, hold on, I missed a bunch out here. We will try to stand on something that's not going to collapse and give this a bop. Okay. Dropping a bunch of stuff up front there. Yeah, we dropped this whole thing. I'm sorry we didn't have a very good angle on that, but yeah. We've dropped that whole control room spot up at the front of the ship, up at the bow of the ship. This is all... There was a ceiling here a minute ago. Now there's not. It is... You don't have to clean this stuff up as you go along, but you do if you want to see. So I'm going to have to spend a minute cleaning stuff up here just so that we can see the next level of flooring and take it out as well. Okay, so we missed those. Not that one. That one's ready to go. Little bit more cleanup here. And I have upgraded my gloves. They now allow me to pick up, I think, 4 items at once. And I've upgraded the crate that we put the stuff in so that it can carry 140 kilograms of stuff. And then these walls are always a pain, and these walls are actually structural the way they are here. So that should do it for that. Yeah, okay, good. And then that will come down. These pieces will come down when we bring the floor down, which is next. As soon as we clean up all this stuff so we can see the floor. Ooh, sorry. That's a little flickery. If you have epilepsy, don't look. We're making progress on our contracts. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, we've got the sinks, we've got the cardboard boxes that Urama wanted. Now we just need a little bit more iron. We got 245 kilograms of 300 requested iron. And if you want to know what it is you're picking up as you're picking stuff up, or as you're about to drop it, you tap U, and then you have this little scanner. It shows you what this is made of. So that's made of low alloy steel. These panels are made of high alloy steel. If there was some wiring or something around, you'd see that it was copper. These railings are all low alloy steel, etc., etc. I'm going to turn the scanner off. Okay, this looks clean enough to do another pass. Those are the electrified ones we're going to have to watch out for. And it looks like we missed some of these too. Yeah. I was watching this from the back, and we hadn't fully loosened the back, so we didn't actually get to see much of a drop there, which is the payoff. You know, you do all this banging of targets of stuff, and then the payoff, the reward, is to see it all come down all at once. That's what we're going for. Just not necessarily even in terms of efficiency, just because it's fun. Carrying too much. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done with this level. Okay, a little bit of cleanup so that we can see more. See more. That stuff's all ready to be picked up. Just get out here first. Oh, that stuff was already broken. That's why I went right through it. That's another reason why you want to clean up as you go along, because you'll fall through these panels if they're just left there. They may look like they're solid, but they're not. Then you end up falling and climbing a lot. Okay, I think we've got all the stuff on the ground here. Good. Now, again, our goal is to get down to the valuable stuff. I think there's something valuable right under here, so let's do some of this. And get the crane in to winch out the valuable cargo. And equipment. There's also equipment, like the engine pieces and communications arrays and stuff like that that have to be winched out. Just trying to get the ones on the wall there. Corners are tough. Can't always get corners from upstairs. Have to go down for that. All right, that'll drop. That's ready to go. This will be ready to go in a minute. And it's coming up on night again, and we didn't really get to see any good drops today. I like to do the drops in daylight because it's easier to see and it's fun to watch. So we may just loosen as much as possible here and then drop it in the morning. Sun sets quickly around here. There it goes. Oh, no. Oh, I almost hit an electrical thing. You don't die or anything. It doesn't remove any health. It just gives you a bad shock. And you want to see it? All right, I'm going to hit one of these. Don't prepare yourself. It's going to make noise. Ouch. Don't hit the electrical stuff. And we'll see if we can find an electrical box to turn that off when we drop this floor/ceiling. I'm going to turn my light off so we can see the blue lights a little bit better. I think we've got just about everything that's not electrified here. One last pass. Yeah, looks good. Okay, now I know I said I was going to wait until morning to do this, but let's do it now. Oh yeah. There goes all that stuff. Cool. And now let's see. Did this let us in? Okay, let's see. Okay, that's probably going to let us in to turn off the electrical. Yep, there it is. Okay, good. Now we can complete our deconstruction. I'm gonna try to get these walls as long as we're here. Corners, almost impossible. Okay, now we can drop the rest of this. Cool. That stuff's all loosened and ready to drop. I'm just going to clean off the top of this cargo thing so that we can winch it out of here. I just don't want it to take any of the stuff that's lying on top with it. Okay, that's good enough. Now we can call it winch. Good. Come and get it. Anything else need winching here? Not yet. I think the next stuff that needs winching is under here. So, but throwing stuff into the truck from all the way back here is kind of, I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, okay, good. And here comes the crane. There it goes. Probably would have been more interesting to see in the daylight, but we'll see what kind of valuable stuff we got out of there as soon as it's dropped off. Whoops. Didn't actually mean to do that. There we go. So high alloy steel, aluminum, copper, acid, and something else. And we've also now finished one of our contracts. We can go claim the money from it right now if we wanted to. But let's see if we can finish all three before we go and get the money for the contracts. Again, we could just let that stuff lie there and clean it all up when we take everything down, but I need to be able to see the floor to take down the next level, so we're going to have to pick up some of this stuff. Those can stay. That has to go. This has to go. And the sun's coming up. I don't think we need to. We might need to pick this up to get to the corner. Yep, we're gonna have to get these out of the way so we can get to the next level. In theory, if you wanted to work from underneath the whole time, you don't have to do any of this mid-cleanup stuff. But looking up at the ceiling gives me a crane in my neck. So we're going to work from the top down. It's also riskier unless you know exactly what is on above you. All those doorways and pillars, those are all dropped. They just happen to get lucky and stand upright when everything else fell. Okay, good. Sun's up. We can do without the flashlight anymore. I'm going to go downstairs and confirm downstairs that there is something underneath us. Well, this is a big thing that we have to get out of here, but we got a long way to go. We got to drop the ceiling above this, a lot of ceiling above that before that goes. The other thing that we wanted out of here, I think maybe behind us. I believe there's stuff in there. Yeah, and that's so we're working down towards that stuff in there. And then there may be more stuff back here. Yeah, so we already been in there. There's another thing that has to be lifted out. But we'll do that after we do the stuff that's in here. All right, I'm going back up. And we're going to work top down. They've just released an update for this. They sped up the hammer speed a little bit, which was really nice. It actually feels like more more of a game that requires, that requires some skill now. No, don't worry about that. We're not there yet anyway. Yeah, I'm sure people who play this have probably a method. I'm a little bit haphazard in my deconstruction. Just kind of go wherever I go and hope to get everything. This is, I think right now we're above that thing that has the stuff that has to be craned out. Okay, good. No blinkies at the top. Nope. We're almost ready to drop this. I'll just show you, you know how we turned off the gas earlier? This is why you want to turn off the gas, stuff like that. If you break this, the supports for it before the gas is off, you can cause an explosion down by the gas generator that will knock out stuff that you want not knocked out. You know, it'll destroy some of the stuff that you're going to be able to winch out eventually. Okay, good. So we got the stuff up from above. Now we're working on the same stuff from below to get both levels of flooring / ceiling stuff done. So it all comes down at the same time. We're gonna have to open these walls up anyway at some point, so might as well loosen them now. Okay, I missed one up there, I think. Yeah, it's two actually. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that from here. Let's see if we can get it from above. No, that one's done. Okay, well, we got it somehow. And this looks like it's ready to drop. Let's give it a poke. Whoop! Shoot. I was hoping that wall would stand and we'd have a good view of the collapse, but nope. That was pretty good. Something holding this up. It's this that we're going to need the blowtorch to disassemble. Something's still holding that up. Oh, there's one little blue light up there that I didn't get. There we go. Now this will drop. All right, good. Making progress. Making progress. It's coming down. We don't have to clean all this stuff up right now. We'll get there eventually. In fact, my intention is to drop everything and not make you sit through the cleanup, because the cleanup part of this, once you drop everything and you have just hundreds and hundreds of ship parts to pick up, that gets a little bit draggy. And I'm not going to inflict that on you. I'll edit that stuff out. But that means that there will be a lot of stuff to pick up. If we don't pick it up as we go along, at the end, our big reward for taking everything down will be that we have to spend a half an hour picking up all this crap. Oh, whoops. Slipped off. I just saw this too. We got the one on the other side. Let's get this one. Oh, we got one of the ones on the other side. Okay. Let's get this one too. These are, once we get all of the superstructure off of here, then we're going to have to winch out the actual pieces of the ship itself. Hold on, let's bang this. See what's in there. Stuff. A locker. some plastic tables, chairs, cardboard boxes, propane tanks, and we're carrying too much. Okay. Back to where we were working. Reminder, we're trying to get down through here eventually. In fact, I think we can do that. We could probably do that now. Yeah, we could do that now. But still working top down. Let's focus on these. Okay. So that's the gas line. It's just cooking off the gas that was in there. It's not going to go. All right, now let's cut these. The crane needs a clear path to get to this stuff. So not just the ceiling. These things that are snug right up against it, those will block the crane from picking it up too. So we need to take care of those. Okay, these are not really snugged right up against it. Those might be okay. But let's get in here and pick up the stuff that's lying around. That's going to be kerosene, which is valuable. And may even be requested as part of... I'm going to hit tab to cycle through our contracts upper left. We need one more life buoy, 2 clocks. I thought I picked up clocks, but they may have both been in a box that didn't make it into the truck. And then we need wood, kerosene, and a dart board. We're going to go top down here, so let me clean up this stuff on the floor. What's holding this up? Nothing. Okay, this looks good. That should all come down. Just make sure all of it's coming down. Okay. Alright, less than thrilling, but got the job done. Now we just need to sever the connections in there, and we can winch these big pieces of equipment out. Kerosene. I think we're going to have to get through that back wall to be able to cut through the connectors on the other side of that piece of equipment. That was a bad throw. Okay, this one's ready to go. Yep, good. That stuff's just sitting on top of it. Okay, now we got to get in through the back there and take out that back wall. Big piece of equipment that's going to provide us with a lot of good stuff. Oh, and I want to get this box actually into the truck because that's the box with the kerosene in it, which is something that's needed for the contract. Yoink, there we go. Ticked that off the contract list. I don't think... Are these the back walls that we need? I think it's this wall. Good. Dropped a lot. Should almost able to see... Hold on, let me pick that up. I don't like the flickering. We're just going to throw that. There's nothing valuable in there. Doesn't have to get into the truck right this second. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Yep, now we can access these. I might be able to reach that from here, but why risk it? We got to take this stuff down anyway. Carrying too much. Okay, we got to get through back there. Ugh, messy, messy, messy. Okay, that was the last bit that was up above that piece of equipment. Now we should be able to cut this and have a clear trip for the crane. Yeah, it is, but let me get this stuff off the top of it. And we're losing daylight. Can't move. Yeah, I just don't want to lose any of these pieces when the crane comes. Okay. Crane, help yourself. Good. Whatever you said. It's good. And then when this is gone, now we don't have to worry about unintentionally collapsing the floor here. So there's another piece of equipment, or I think one of those cargo baskets. See ya. Turn the light off, make it easier to see the blue lights. We're too far back. I'm on the very stern of the ship now, and I don't think there's anything under us at this point except the structure of the ship, the hull itself. But they gotta come down at some point. Aluminum and copper and other stuff from that piece of equipment that we just craned out of here. Good. Alright, let's drop these. Cool. So yeah, back here on the hull of the ship, we don't actually care about those. We care about this stuff. Now we're going to try to get these from below, and then it should be clear above, and we can hoist out this bunch of good stuff. I know, there's no rhyme or reason to the pattern that I do when I'm taking this stuff down. I just reach for whatever looks hittable. Alright, that's almost good to go. Let me just get these last couple. These walls are going to have to come down. And here's one of the cutter things. Did we already cut this? No. I do the blow torching whenever I see something that needs blow torching, because otherwise it can mess up your plans for how you want to bring stuff down. Okay, almost there. I missed a couple here. There we go. Okay, good. Now this should be clear enough to hoist out. Yep. Oh, there's a piece of steel up there. Got it. Bye-bye. Cool, so I think almost all the valuable stuff is out. The only thing that's left is this monster. So let's focus on getting that out. And then we can just collapse all the rest of this stuff in on itself by taking out the lowest floors. Like the floor that we're standing on right now, we take this out and everything else should come down. You just don't want to do it right off the bat because you might lose some of this valuable equipment that you want to bring out. Okay. I do actually have a bit of a system. When I'm trying to do it systematically, I hug the left wall and I just do everything that's on my left. And that allows me to sort of keep track of where I am and what's been done. But we are going to have to take out these structural supports at some point too, and it's easier to do those early rather than late. Hang on. Can we get... No. Okay. Can't reach. Yeah, that's next though. We were gonna focus on getting this out of here, right? Okay, so back to the banging of the blue dots. This is a little walkway that's right above us that's going to be in our way. We don't have to just take out the ceiling. We have to take out the walkways too. Oh, yeah, this is where the vertigo comes in. Sorry, folks. I'm looking up at the ceiling. I got to move around while I'm looking up. Actually, we don't. We can do those from above. Might be easier and less vertigo inducing. Yep, got to clean this up so we can see what we're doing. Oh, what a mess we've made. Are these ready to be picked up? Nope, I missed something there. And this one. Woohoo! Okay. Floor time. Okay, and ceilings are all detached. Okay, so this will take down the first level of flooring here, but there'll be another level underneath it that we have to get at. Okay, let's loosen this first level of floor. Not quite yet, hold on. Alright, first level coming down. Try to stand on a wall so we don't get dropped. Okay, that stuff's coming down. A little at a time, but that's the way you got to do it when you're trying to salvage the big stuff underneath. Get these walls too, just hopefully when these come down it might be a little bit easier to throw stuff into the truck. We don't have to arc it over the wall. There we go, there's the truck. Okay, same for these walls I think. Get these out of the way so we can see what's happening here. Pick up this first level of flooring so we can get at the bottom level. Okay, floor is exposed. Ish. Clear-ish. Hang on. Missed one. Oink. Okay. Let's start bopping. Okay, making progress. Couple more. Okay, should we drop this from... Oh, wait a minute. We never got inside here to get the ones in there. We may not need them. Let's go inside and watch this collapse from in here. Whoops. Missed a few. Okay. No, don't block our view. Yay! Okay. Almost clear, almost ready to winch out the big thing. We don't actually have to get these, but I'm going to anyway. Okay. All right. I think we got what's underneath here, so... Yep. Drop the whole thing. Cool. And then just a quick check. Is this ready? Well, I haven't actually cut the supports yet, so that's not going to be ready to lift out, but we're going to have to clean this stuff up before we can even see the supports. Yep. The cleanup stuff can be kind of frustrating and boring after a while, but it is somewhat fulfilling in the fact that you see the result. You know, this huge mess becomes a clean and tidy work area once you clean everything out, and that feels good, I suppose. If we took down this, we wouldn't have to run out to the front of the ship to throw that stuff in there. Okay, let's give that a tap. Okay, we don't have to worry about the rest of that right now. Let's just get this big part out. Okay, cuts. Mr. Blowtorch, show me what you got. Pick it up. I need to get those two pieces out of the way. There are two pieces there, and I can't grab this second one for some reason. Oh, well, now it's because I'm carrying too much. Nah, it's not letting me pick that up. Hopefully we can still cut this. Yep, okay. Okay, cool. Now this should be good to go. Let's just get everything off the top, so we don't lose any of this stuff when the crane comes. should do it. Oh, no. Still something blocking it. It says crane cannot reach the load, which means there are still a couple of things that are in the way here. Let's see if we can get rid of them. I think it's these, which should come down when this wall comes down. No, you're being picky. Is it that? Oh, let's just check. Oh no, actually, that looks fine. I think it's this. Okay, so let's get up there and drop that. And you know what that is? That's the room with the locked door that I said we haven't been in there to take down the ceiling yet. So we're gonna have to now. Okay, this was the room that had the electrical box in it that we turned off, and that craneable cargo thing. Okay, there's some of it, not all of it. Gotta get this last wall. Yeah, see, this is one of those, the bow structural walls right underneath the bridge. Now we got more stuff to pick up, and then we should be able to lift this, crane this out of here. Yeah. Okay, so that's ready to crane, but there's stuff in here I gotta get out. If we go in through the back, we should be able to get all the way through here. I hope we can get into that box there. Oh yeah, okay, good. All right.
Hello.
That is going to have a lot of good stuff in it. That's probably going to almost finish up all our targets, although there is still a dart board and some wood to grab. Come here, crane. He's coming. Bye. Now that'll take that over to the actual scrapyard, which is over there, and we're going to visit that scrapyard in a bit to sort out all the stuff. But it looks like we've got everything that valuable that needs to be craned out of here, which means that we can just drop all the rest of this stuff relatively quickly. To do that, we're going to get rid of the connectors on the side of the ship here. These have to be sawn through. We do it from up here? Great. Once we get these hull connectors sawed up and disconnected, then we can just hammer on the floor. Like if we take out all the floor points on the ground floor, everything else should come down. The exception to that, I'm just realizing now, maybe that steel cage room, which is here. We're going to have to take out these glowing things as well. But I think that's everything on this side of the hull. Yeah, now we just have to knock them down with our trusty hammer. Okay, so that's the top level of those. Now we got to do the bottom ones. Okay, that's ready to go. Should we drop that now? Let's drop that now. Okay. And a little pickup. So we can get at the connectors. Okay, that should be all of these. Cut and break and cut and break. You want to do these while there's a floor under them, because doing them without the floor, it's a lot slower because you have to jump around over the hull. Why can't I pick you up? Oh, because there's one blue dot that I didn't get. Okay, I think all those are done. Now we can get the floorboards underneath them. We're gonna have to do exactly the same thing on the other side, but before we do that, I think we should get these so that they don't hamper our efforts to bring everything down at once. Nope, not that. This. Cool. So these are no longer supports. I think there's one more. Yep. Cool. That's ready to go. Okay, so now I am going to have to clean up the floor in here so that we can access the stuff that we need to hit. This might take a while. I think I might skip this. Okay, we are back after having done some cleanup so we can see that the floor that we're going to be working on. I've also cut the connectors above us. This is the last set of connectors that we should have to cut before we can drop all of the rest of this down into Oblivion. Not Oblivion, but down into the ship. Oh, see, that's what I don't want to do. It makes it hard to walk around. Let's get these knocked down first, and then we'll go through and do the rest of the pieces. Okay, and we're going to have to cut these, and there are probably sister ones on the other side that we're going to have to cut as well. Come on. to right opposite them. There's one. Oh, and one behind a wall here. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, now we should be good to go to drop this whole thing, which will just involve a lot of blue light banging. Okay, that's done. Let's get these. That's done. Come on. And like with the upper levels, there are 2 layers of flooring here. So we're going to get through this first one, and some stuff may collapse, but it's really the second set that's going to bring everything down. Come on. It's very satisfying, guys. I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, turning out the blue lights with your hammer is a fun thing to do. Or satisfying. I don't know if fun is the right word, but it's satisfying. Okay, you know what? I'm going to weaken in here just because it's a small room, which means there's a lot of structural support going on here with all these walls and stuff. So if I loosen those, that should help everything come down all at once. Okay, so first level, I believe, almost. Okay, first level. So we'll get a little collapse here as the first level goes. Or maybe everything will go. So yeah, that's what you're going for by weakening the floorboards and weakening some of the supports. All right, so all that has to happen now is I have to clean up all this stuff, and then we're going to winch these things out of here and drive the truck over to the sorting yards and see what we actually got out of here. So that's going to take a while. I'm going to skip that, and we'll pick this up when we're headed over to when this is all cleaned up. See you then. Okay, folks, we're back, and I spent basically 24 in-game hours cleaning up all that stuff, just boxing up all the panels and girders and railings and mesh and all that stuff and putting it in the truck. So there's a last couple of supports back here on the very stern of the ship that we have to take out, but I think we are now ready to call the crane and get these first 2 pieces lifted out. So as we finish this up, we will let the crane do its thing. Take out the whole starboard side. And that's going to be a lot of low alloy steel or iron for no steel. They don't make ships out of iron anymore. 800 kilograms of low alloy steel. And our last few bits. Last few girders. Wasn't there one more here? One more little piece? No? Okay, good. We're done. Okay, I can see there's a few pieces left lying around here that I gotta run around and clean up. But I believe that this part of the ship is done. So, crane time. Good job, crane. You can buy upgrades for the speed of the crane. Make it work faster. And that's stuff that we're going to do right now, because we're not done yet, even though we've disassembled everything and crated it off to the yard. We still have some stuff to do. So we're going to take everything that we've just loaded into the truck over to the recycling yard. But we're not going in just yet, because first we want to run back to our hut and claim the money from the contracts. Snopkowicz contracts. Urama wanted iron sink in a cardboard box. He gives us 60 bucks for that. Arturito wanted plastic, aluminum, life buoys, and clocks. 75 bucks for those. And Harush wanted wood, kerosene, acid, filing cabinets, and a dartboard. And we got all that for him for 150 bucks. Okay, we could scrap the ship right now, but I don't want to just yet. Let's get this stuff recycled first. And there's a little mini game in here. It's kind of fun. It's not too annoying. We're going to sort all 30,000 kilograms. So you just have to make sure everything goes in the proper sorting container. And you hold space to speed it up. Our liquids coming. Iron. Oh, 4 liquids! Whoa, just made it there. More liquids. Liquids are valuable. I'm glad we're getting that many liquids. And another one. And more. Wow, that's a lot of liquid. So this is all just metal scrap going in. This is non-metal scrap. So that's like plastics and wood and stuff. Whoops. Liquids. Non-metal scrap. Now, we had quite a bit of stuff to sort, so this may take a minute. Okay, great, perfect sort. We got an $81 bonus for the for not making any mistakes. And now that we have money and materials, money from the contracts, materials from the sorting. Now we can go over and take a look at our
Hello.
upgrades.
आप क्या
So
चाहते हैं, my friend?
we can upgrade our hammer, our saw, our torch, our crate size, our gloves as far as how much stuff we can pick up. Our rope will extend the range, and the crane speed. And we can buy stuff. Let's see, what should we buy? Let's get a torch level 4, get that up. And once we have the blueprint, we can take it over here to this fella
Namaste.
and actually purchase the upgrade with money and some materials. So in this case, it's equipment and liquids and cash to upgrade our torch, our blowtorch.
फिर मिलते हैं, my friend.
And we have a new blowtorch. Nice. Okay, great. And that's about it. Then we would go back to the computer and scrap the ship and order up an even bigger ship to scrap and get stuff from and upgrade. But that's Ship Graveyard 2, folks. A nice little, surprisingly addictive task simulator that I've been spending a lot of time with. Not even intentionally. It sucks you in, and it's hard to stop. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, survivors.